part I did earlier, and it's already kind of dried out. So go ahead and putting my silicone onto my plate, however much I need for my mold. Ooh, this is really hard to get out, but you're probably going to be a lot stronger than me when you do this. So, whew. Okay, I'm going to set that aside real quick. Okay, so get your, basically you need to just knead it in there. Yeah. It's kind of like when you're making dough, pizza dough, or when you make bread dough. You just want to knead it in there so that it's like one solid image. When you're done, it's just going to feel like clay or Play-Doh. Like when you make the kids Play-Doh, and you got to knead it to, they want you to make something flat for them. You got to sit there and knead it a little bit and flatten it out. Okay. So depending on the size of the mold you want to make, that's how much you're gonna, need to put on there. So the flour, cornstarch, or baby powder, whatever you're going to use, it's going to make the silicone dry a lot faster than, just straight up putting the silicone in your window seals or whatever. You can add paint or even food coloring into it if you were wanting to make it be a color. Me, however, I do not care what color it is. It's just for my own uses. I did this with my son's Legos because I make the kids fruit snacks, and he wanted Lego guys and Lego piece fruit snacks. So all I'm doing right here is I'm just kneading it. So when I push into it, it isn't going to stick to my hands. That's the whole goal here. So it's still kind of sticky a little bit, because when I put whatever item I want to mold into it, I don't want it to stick to it and harden onto it. But it does. It's just it's just paper. I'm gonna throw it away anyways. My several layers of cardstock. All right. Okay, this looks good to me right here. Okay. We're gonna set this over here. I'm gonna put something down like that. Get your cornstarch, flour, baby powder. Put it on your workstation here. Okay. Okay. So put it there. Kind of flatten it just a little bit with your I'm just putting powder onto my roller here. That's what I'm doing. Sorry. You can't really see what I'm doing here. I'm just putting it onto here, and that way it doesn't stick to it at all. There we go. Okay. So you take your image. This one, I'm going to do this, the Mickey head. That are you guys. So when you drop it, this thing is nice and hard. It's not going to flop out. Just put it onto your image or your shape onto your silicone mixture in here, and then just kind of gently push down on there. That way. You can use, and then I'm pushing it back around it and pushing down a little bit more. You don't want to wait too long after you do this to push your thing into it. And then I'm pushing it into the sides here as well. And then kind of push it down flat. And my molds don't really look the best, but they serve their purpose, so that way I don't have to actually just go out and buy something of this shape either. And I'm just using this silicone spatula to get it off my paper because it will stick to it. And the powder will help kind of push everything off so it doesn't stick onto your stack of cardstock. I'm just brushing it away. And it's kind of hard to see with all of my powder here. This is also can be very, very messy, but you can sit here and try to pull this one out before it's completely, hardened, but I don't really recommend it. Um, because it can sit there and like pull up part of it with it. So, but you can. I did it for that other one and I kind of had to reshape it because it pulled some of it back up. So, okay. So, there you go. See, it's mobile because this time I put down powder before it. So, and when you push it down, you don't want to make it go all the way down to the bottom because then your mold is it's just going to be a giant, like, hole through it. You won't be able to see it. So I'm going to let this sit somewhere for a little bit so that way I can finish what I'm doing here. I'm going to make another one. I've got, two more I think I need to do here. So, ooh. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause this and